Guys, we have another celebrity owner joining the ranks of Major League Soccer. This year we've seen James Harden, Matthew McConaughey, and now another NBA player, Kevin Durant. He's invested in, of all teams in Major League Soccer, the Philadelphia Union. Reported first by Sports Business Daily. Apparently he's going to get between a 1% and a 5% stake in the team. Herc, first reaction.
It's par for the course, smart money. I mean, what are you gonna say about this? It's a very intelligent investment. I applaud these players, these athletes, thinking beyond the game, thinking about how they can continue to make their money grow. And Major League Soccer happens to be a very good investment. If not, you wouldn't see Matthew McConaughey, you wouldn't see Will Ferrell, you wouldn't see Russell Wilson, you wouldn't see James Harden, et cetera, et cetera, et cetera. Of all these athletes, of all these multimillionaires, of all these people who are now are corporations or their brands, you wouldn't see this type of investment. Now, there's a reason we're seeing investment in teams like Houston or in teams like Philadelphia, because it's cheaper, because they're not that big of a team. So the investment, or the collateral, I should say, the startup is smaller, and your money has more room to grow. I mean, it'd be another thing if all of a sudden we see somebody who says, hey, I'm going to invest in LAFC. Hey, I'm going to invest in New York City FC, who, by the way, is owned by Manchester City Group. It's a bigger stake. So this is just smart money. It's these players taking an interest in the way the league grows and saying, hold on a second. You're telling me all the owners pool their money together, and whatever each owner wins, it's everybody's, but the losses are also everybody's? Yeah, I want to align myself with Robert Kraft. Yeah, I'll align myself with Ann Schutz and Kroenke for sure.
Jose, it can't be anything but good news, right? MLS always needs more attention. This will bring that.
This is great news for the MLS. Let's put it in context. In the midst of a pandemic where pretty much all the teams around the world are losing money and they are struggling to attract new investors, MLS doesn't have that problem. They bring KD, an international figure who is going to put his money, but also is going to elevate the profile of the league around the world because of what he means, for the entire planet. So that's great news for the MLS. Every time we talk MLS, inevitably we compare it to Liga MX. And the Mexican league is having a lot of problems. But the main problem they're facing is that they don't have new investors. They have 18 teams, and many owners have multiple teams. You have Grupo Caliente, you have Orlegui Sports, you have TV Azteca, Grupo Pachuca. So they don't even have 18 owners. No, they don't. And MLS has already 26. They're on the path to have 30. And if they want, they can add more teams because there are many people with money willing to invest in the league. So that's great news for the MLS.
Herc, it's been reported by Pablo Maurer of The Athletic that this isn't the first time Kevin Durant tried to get into Major League Soccer. He made 2 efforts to reportedly buy into DC United, but they couldn't work something out. Are you surprised that of all the teams, Kevin Durant picked the Philadelphia Union? I'm struggling to think of a team that is, how do I say this, less transcendent than Philadelphia.
Let me start by Kevin Durant dodged a bullet with DC United. No, it doesn't surprise me because I'm sure, like I previously stated, that the buy-in would have been much larger for a much high-profile team. So this is smart business. And also, Philadelphia happens to be a big TV market, so you would assume that it has plenty of room for growth. Kevin Durant, James Harden, Matthew McConaughey, Will Ferrell, they see these as investment opportunities. Then after, they fall in love with what is the game. We see Will Ferrell, we see Matthew McConaughey every day pushing harder to grow the sport in their own markets. But it's still a business, and that's what Major League Soccer is. You could be in favor of the way they run it and the selling of franchises and whatnot, or against it, but it is smart money for somebody who invests in it. It's not a situation where Kevin Durant comes in and says, hey, I'm going to invest millions of dollars in this game, a game that I don't know much about. But guess why I'm going to invest in it, I should say. Guess why I'm going to invest in it? Because there is no pro rel. I don't have to worry about losing it. This is an investment that could be for the next 30, 40 years or until I decide to sell it. I'm not going to lose it in a year. It's very much different from other ownership groups that step into this game. So it's just smart money.
There you have it. Sports Business Daily, first to report Kevin Durant now owns a minority stake of the Philadelphia Union.
Well, thank you very much for watching ESPN on YouTube. For more sports highlights and analysis, be sure to download the ESPN app. And for live streaming, premium content, and let's not forget as well, ESPN FC 7 days a week. Subscribe to ESPN Plus.